The position of the leader of opposition was established in 2005 after the constitution was amended in line with the multi-party system of governance. Professor Ogenga Ratigo was the first leader of opposition. He was followed by Nandala Mafabi, replaced by Wafula Ogoto, and then Winnie Kiza. Currently, the position is held by Betty Awolo Ochan. All the five were drawn from the Forum for Democratic Change, then the largest opposition party in parliament. The National Unity Platform NUP, led by Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, will now lead the opposition in the 11th parliament after the party scooped majority of the opposition numbers in parliament.
So with 61 MPs so far, of course there's still other issues, court and all of that, but with 61 MPs so far, yes, one would say it's time to get excited because, you know, NUP has got majority opposition numbers in parliament. But look, we are not as excited because we did not set out to become the leading opposition party. We set out to be the party in government. That's what we have been up to. We kept campaigning and telling people we must take charge.
According to the Constitution and the Political Parties Organizations Act, the position of the leader of opposition is equivalent to that of a cabinet minister. The office currently runs on a 2.7 billion shillings budget. The money is spent on allowances, fuel, travels inland and abroad, as well as stationery. The leader of opposition is entitled to a car, security, and is also a member of the Parliamentary Commission. The office holder is ranked third after the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker in the official protocol. The office employs 10 staff and also liaises closely with shadow ministers and the opposition whip.
We have not had yet a discussion about, okay, so how do we split these positions, who becomes LOP, chief whip, committee heads, and all these different things. In all honesty, we have not yet done that because our energies are on, let's show Ugandans how they voted and expose Mr. Museveni.
However, political scientists and analysts at Makerere University have weighed in on how the leadership of NUP can take over the post of leader of opposition from Forum for Democratic Change.
NUP should not be inward-looking like some other parties. It should take all the merits, people who have good merits from other parties in the opposition, put them in their ranks so that they form a formidable team in terms of policy alternatives, very coherent, people-centered.
Opposition members of parliament need to sit down and work together and agree. You know, I know sometimes the tyranny of numbers makes it so easy for example, NUP to easily choose from among itself.
In the previous elections, FDC took up the position based on numerical strengths it commanded in the House from across the country.
They can choose from amongst themselves, but they could also consider the fact that there may be others who may not necessarily be NUP that are in other parties, and they could easily choose them because they have the experience, they have the grit, they can help them move around and learn and lead.
We come with what we may call a wave of change. And this wave of change, I think, is a reflection of some discontent and discomfort with the present government in terms of service delivery, in terms of fulfilling their promises to the people of Uganda, and especially so with the young people.
In the campaigns, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu has emphasized that he is fighting for the common person he normally refers to as ghetto community.
The MPs of NUP will take the ghetto to parliament. We'll take the real voices of the people to that August House. And maybe these translate into government policies. So the issue is, will government listen?
As NUP awaits to take over from FDC, the challenge lies in the party's ability to raise the level and standard of debate in the next parliament.
A task of really raising the level of the debate in parliament and also tackling policy issues on which their members have been elected. Most of these young people who elected NUP members of parliament have a lot of hope that their members of parliament will take their issues from the ghetto or from the rural areas the parliament so that they become policy alternatives to those of government.
The party also stands a challenge to reverse sections of the constitution that were amended to open the age limit and term limits.
Such issues like age limit, such issues like term limits, such issues like composition of electoral commission.
We intend to reach out to even the NRM members because you see, at the end of the day, we want reason to prevail. We want to serve the people. And so when it comes to voting on certain matters, we'll be telling our colleagues in the NRM, vote on the side of the people. That's very important.
I also need a handshake.
Jingo Francis, NTV.